Tonight, somewhere near you, someone will reach for a drink they don't need, or a cigarette, or a phone, or a plate of food they already said no to an hour ago. You've probably done it too. You knew better. You did it anyway. And here's the strange part. Your brain isn't broken when this happens. It's working exactly the way it was built to work. The problem is that it was built for a world that no longer exists. For most of human history, pleasure was rare. Food was scarce. Sugar came from a piece of fruit you had to climb a tree to find. Fat came from an animal you had to chase for hours. Every source of intense pleasure was also a source of intense effort. So evolution built you a simple rule. Anything that feels this good must be worth chasing again. That rule kept your ancestors alive. It pushed them toward food, toward warmth, toward connection with other people. Neuroscientist Kent Berridge spent decades studying this system in the brain, and he found something surprising. Wanting and liking are not the same thing. You can want something intensely without even liking it anymore. That gap is where addiction lives. Here's why that matters. Your brain rewards you with a chemical called dopamine. Not when you get the reward, right before it. Dopamine is the anticipation chemical. It's the itch, not the scratch. For thousands of years, that itch was hard to trigger. You had to work for it, walk for it, wait for it. Then, everything changed. In just the last few hundred years, humans learned how to extract the most rewarding parts of nature and concentrate them into something far stronger than anything your ancestors ever faced. Sugar became soda. Coca leaves became cocaine. A slot machine became a way to trigger anticipation 1,000 times an hour without ever standing up. Your brain has no idea the world changed. It still runs the same ancient software. Anthropologist Randolph Nessa calls this an evolutionary mismatch. The environment moved faster than the biology built to survive it. Think about that for a second. Every instinct telling you to chase pleasure was designed by a world with almost none available. Now you live in a world overflowing with it. Is it really a surprise that the wiring misfires? There's a darker layer to this story too. Psychologist Bruce Alexander ran an experiment in the 1970s that changed how scientists think about addiction. He built something called Rat Park, a large, comfortable space full of other rats, toys, and open room to move. When rats in Rat Park were given a choice between plain water and drugged water, most of them ignored the drugs. But isolated rats, alone in small cages with nothing else to do, drank the drugged water compulsively. The lesson wasn't really about drugs, it was about isolation. Addiction, Alexander argued, isn't only a chemical hijack. It's often what fills the space where connection used to be. Ancient humans lived in tight, constant social contact, skin to skin, eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder around a fire every single night. That closeness regulated their brain chemistry for free. You don't live like that anymore. Many people go entire days without real physical closeness to another person. So the brain looks for something else to fill that gap. A screen, a snack, a drink. Something that can deliver a hit of the reward it used to get from each other. That's the twist most people miss. The fight against addiction was never really a fight against substances. It was a fight against a world that stripped away the connection your brain was built to expect. Look at your own habits for a moment. The thing you can't stop scrolling. The snack you can't stop eating late at night. The drink you reach for out of boredom rather than thirst. None of that means you're weak. It means a 300,000-year-old survival system is doing exactly its job in an environment it was never designed to handle. Knowing that changes the fight. You're not broken, you're mismatched. And mismatches can be corrected, not by willpower alone, but by rebuilding the conditions your brain actually expects. More real contact, more effort before reward, more friction between you and the things that hijack your dopamine. Because somewhere near you tonight, someone will reach for something they don't need. And maybe, once they understand why, they'll reach for someone instead.